First of all, we got the one and only Complex Productions. clap with me back there. Thank you. Thanks for doing this interview.
I appreciate it, bro.
It's kind of a random thing, you know?
It's crazy that you just saw my story and you're like, you go to my university.
Go to the same school. So well, I was like, there's absolutely, like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I've been watching you for a while. And so I just reached out, let's make something happen. A week later, now we're here. I feel like I'm a little lucky. Like, I feel like a lot of people would want this opportunity, but I guess the first thing that I want to talk about is like, where did your channel start, or were you someone that had like 3 channels as like a kid?
Before? I mean, like, I've just been doing videos basically since I was like younger. I've had like probably 20 channels if I'm being honest. Like, yeah, like I've had channel for almost everything. I've had like, back when I was younger, I had like a Subway service channel that I would get like 20K views on and shit. That was like 2012 though. Really? And then, so this channel though, when I made it, I kind of knew, like I said, I didn't know it was going to be where it is now, but I kind of knew that what I was going to do was going to work, because like I knew like Ian Dior and Poor Stacy and stuff had like a following, and I started making videos on them and nobody was making videos on them. So I was like, well, obviously people are gonna
someone's got to do it. I feel like you've really found, like, especially in like the commentary space and everything, you found a niche, and like you have a lot of viewers that are like constantly coming back for those Juice videos, Ian videos. Like, now I want to get into like the Juice community later on in this video. But yeah, you definitely found a lane, and like that's something that I'm trying to find right now. Like, obviously I only have like a few hundred subscribers, but like that's something that I've learned is like you got to find like a niche, kind of like stick to it, and that will help you.
That's honestly, you're right about that, because like, you could look at my channel and be like, well, Juice is like the thing that grew my channel, and then, you know, Bob-Lam.
Yes.
Yeah, he used Uzi and Cardi, and then I have a homie Grisha. He don't make videos anymore, but he used like Lil Skies. So it's almost like everybody in like I don't want to say in like if you want to do commentary, because there's people like Blackie Speaks, obviously they have like a mill, and he just uploads whatever. But when you're starting off, it's definitely easier to build a following on a specific artist that you actually like fuck with. I don't know if you cuss, but
I don't care.
You
can do whatever you want.
I think that, and especially if it's someone that like you like just like actually like though, it's more natural too. Like Juice for me was just like one of my favorite artists at the time. I mean, he still is, but yeah.
That's cool. I like that you had success on other channels, like random shit like Subway Surfers. I would have never imagined that. And I feel like a lot of viewers, like if you got some of your fans watching this interview, like some of them might not know like where you came up from, or that you even had those channels. Like they might have just think you started your channel late 2019 or whatever, and it's turned into this massive thing at like 40K subs almost, right?
Yeah.
So
no, I definitely I had a lot of time. So by the time I did get to start Complex 2, I kind of was already good with making thumbnails because I've been doing it so long. And then I mean, minus like some copyright issues with editing, I knew like with the style of editing I wanted to do too. So yeah,
you really found a lane. And I was talking to a few other people in the community and like that are fans of you as well, and like one thing that always sticks out to them is like the daily uploads or having that second channel, and like you're just so consistent. Like what's your process of making videos and staying so consistent? Because like there's days where you upload 2-3 times, like you always are pumping out videos, and I feel like that's why you're so successful as well.
Well, honestly, so when I used to work at UPS, and then when my channel started, like this was like last year, my channel started basically making the amount that I was making at UPS. So I was like, and that was me only uploading like once a week. So I was just like, I'm gonna quit and stuff. And like that was an issue with my family, because like UPS had like good like healthcare and all those benefits. But anyways, when I quit, I was like, well, I'm just gonna use like YouTube as my full-time job. So that was like the thing that got me to start doing daily uploads. But the thing that's kind of kept me doing it at this point is like the consistency is just like what helps you grow. Like I've literally like uploaded random videos I would not do, like just any news things going on. Like there was a thing with like Lil Durk, he had like an issue like a Lollapalooza thing, and like that's something that I wouldn't make a video on, but I did, and it has like 30K.
You just gotta try it.
Yeah,
there's sometimes where it's just a video that I want to make, or I just gotta try it out. Like does my audience mess with that artist? Like sometimes it doesn't work. Like, you know, I made a Uzi video the other day, it tanked. It did absolutely terrible. I'm like, I was trying to make more Uzi videos. Maybe
I think
you just gotta test it out sometimes. Like,
yeah, and I think a way to look at that too is like I have videos on artists. Like yesterday, you know who Midwest is?
Mm-hmm.
I knew like making a video on Midwest. I'm like, it's not gonna do insane, but it's just somebody that I like. And like the thing I look at when I make videos like that is I don't really look for it for the views. I look to see like what the comments are gonna be on it, because like all the comments on that video are like, never thought I'd see a Midwest video, and like people are like hyped that I made a video on like Midwest because no one talks about him either.
Yeah,
so
that's pretty cool. Like I've made a few vlogs from a few of the concerts I went to last month, and like people really liked when I threw in like interviews, for instance, in there. And then I did that when I was at the Leroy show the other night. I threw some more interviews into the vlog, and like now I have this interview. So like I don't know. And a lot of times I see that those videos get more likes or more comments, and people mess with that. So yeah, I'm definitely seeing like what people are engaging with and what they like, and then I kind of from there know what to keep making, So, next thing I want to talk about is you've been in touch with literally Juice's label before, like with Pete before on Instagram.
Yeah.
And then like DMs, and then I don't really know how that song challenge that kind of like faded out because they're not really responding. But like no one else is doing that, like unless I'm missing someone, and I'm not gonna sit here and say I know everything about the Juice community, but like you gotta be like the biggest, if not one of the biggest in the community.
When it comes to like YouTube, I'd agree with that. Like actually making videos, there's pages like on Twitter and Instagram that are bigger than me, but that's also not like I just use my Twitter and Instagram to benefit my YouTube. It's not like those are my main. I would agree.
Yeah, I mean, and you got a lot of eyes on you for that, and it's pretty cool to see on Twitter and Instagram how people interact with that. When like new music drops or news drops, because you're always making videos on like updates and news, and like you be keeping me up to date with that shit. Because like I really don't got time to go through like every single leak, every single detail. Like I'm dead serious. Like when it comes to like Juice updates and news, like I go to you. You know what I'm saying?
Those are the comments I love to read.
Yeah, and like I'm just like the average dude who's a fan of these artists, and it's like you fill that void of like putting out those videos.
That's literally like the purpose of doing it.
Yeah,
it's like
I think it's perfect, and like obviously like I said, you're one of the biggest in the Juice comm, and you've gotten all the way to talking to his managers and Trippy and Instagram Live as well. Has there been anybody else like big?
I've talked to I've been on live with ZZ Sam a few times. Their new artist.
He's got to drop a song. I'm waiting for his first one, I guess, but he's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what he's gonna do. And then I mean, like I've talked to like other people, like Holiday. I have a few songs with. One's dropping this Friday actually, and then like Seezyn, and then there's like a lot. There's some other stuff. Like I have stuff coming. Like Ian Dior's engineer Halftime follows me, so there will definitely be some coming like with that. I'm trying to get an Ian interview. That would be like my that would be
awesome.
But there's gonna be some with that.
Yeah, DT the producer.
DT, Oh yeah, he just followed me. Yeah,
that's dope. So you made a lot of connections. You've actually interviewed Seezyn, like you said. You traveled and went and did that, which is awesome. I want to get into the music that you're putting out, like your role as an executive producer. Because doing that at your sub count, like again, no one else is doing that. And it's like I know Bob Lamb. I don't know if like he inspired you to do that a little bit, because I know he kind of messed with that, like putting out some songs a little bit. But you're dropping a full album, so I just want to know, like, and you let the people know like when's that drop, and you said you have a song with the Holiday dropping next week.
So I would say I saw Bob Lim do that too, but the one that inspired me to do it, I would say, is Patrick CC though. Like he did that he did like 2020 or something, and when he did it then, I was like, that's pretty dope. So that's something I kind of wanted to do. And then like early this year, like February, I started working with some people. Well, originally how it started too is I was just trying to find my own artist, which I did find a guy, and I was just gonna work with the artist and make music, promote him. That's what I was gonna do, but it just became I don't know. I ended up just somehow transitioning to wanting to do an album from that. And my goal with it mainly isn't really anything. Like I don't really expect it. Like what it's already done. Like the new song Coming to an End that just dropped like in July. That's already the most streamed song. And then like Better Days with Cairo, that was like 10K on SoundCloud. So it's like what it's doing is already surprising me. I had no really expectation.
I mean, you're just making it, putting it out there. Like, you don't know how it's gonna do. And you be putting me on, like Lil Gaz's fire, Cairo, and then obviously you have other artists, Seezyn and TheHxliday on there, which are gonna be like probably the biggest songs, and like that's just dope to see, and it inspires me. I'm like, dude, that seems dope as fuck. Like, I saw a video of DJ Khaled in the studio, with Don Tolliver. I'm like, dude, that just like kind of looks kind of fun. He's just like bossing people around, hey, add this or I need you on this verse or whatever. And it's like, that's definitely a cool project. I don't know if I'll ever like tap into that because I know absolutely nothing about creating music, but that just seems like just a fun hobby or like a side project you've been working on from the videos.
And I love going on like Instagram Live and playing shit. Yeah, it's dope. The holiday song too, the way that came together too was he followed me like just randomly, and I was like, I'm just gonna DM him and ask if he'd be down, and I sent him like he told me to send like a beat pack, and I sent him like 5 beats, and he hopped on like 3 of them. So, and I'm only putting 1 on the album. Well, and then the song with Seezyn, I'm getting it mixed right now, but I haven't decided if because I have a holiday verse for it, but I haven't decided if I want to make it a Seezyn and holiday collab or like what. I mean, that is like kind of what I wanted to do. So I wish I didn't say that because now I've said that, and if I don't do it, it's gonna be like.
I mean, if you want to, you can drop a snippet in this video.
Yeah, like of the. I mean,
we can put it at the end.
I can show you the holiday song that I got.
I'm down. I got a speaker over there. If you want to, you can connect to it at the end. We can throw it at the end.
It drops this Friday, so.
Okay, shit.
Yes,
we use this as a little promo for the song. I don't know how much it's gonna do, but. I'm excited for it, you know what I'm saying? Like when it rolls around to New Music Friday, I'm putting that on my list. You know what I'm saying? Like I see the holiday dropping, I'm putting,
it's a fire song. It's a fire song too.
I'm excited. So if you want to play a snippet at the end,
I'll show you the whole song if you want to hear it.
Okay, bet. Yeah, we'll throw that in at the end. So I mean, you gotta stay tuned for that. Obviously, I'm collaborating with you today. You can hit me up anytime if you ever need anything. But is there any other like channels or like smaller channels in the hip hop space, or maybe are doing similar things to you that you watch, or do you have any other favorites? Because I know I've made a video with AM Channel. I know you know who that is. Making tons of videos in the trippy space, like trippy updates and that type of stuff. He's been killing it. So I made a video with him, and I'm gonna be on his channel again. Or like you got JoJo Scout who's grinding.
He's one that I have something coming with him soon. We have a video idea. We're doing a collab that's gonna go on my channel actually. And then, do you know who Hello You Seen is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's gonna start a podcast, and I'm gonna be on one of the first episodes of it, talking about like the Juice comm and stuff. So he's really cool. He's like honestly been, him and Bobalam have been like really dope. Like whenever I have like questions about stuff, like I've been in a few calls with Bobalam, and I don't know, I think he's like the most like he looks at everything more like analytically. So like you can get like more of like an actual answer from him. I feel like
I've learned a lot from Bobalam, watching his streams, listening to him. Like
I like the way he looks at stuff.
That guy's a smart dude, and that's why he has over 100K. He's got different ventures going on for him, and I feel like that's why people like us, even though you're still pretty popular, like even you probably look up to him a little bit. You look up to Patrick CC, Hello You Seen, like those guys are like the goats when it comes to that type of stuff. And then I guess I just want to make more of a community. Like I've already met so many people off Instagram. I just linked up with, I don't know if you know who Zagon Slay is, who's like a reaction YouTuber. I literally just like met him for the first time the other day, and there's gonna be more collabs in the future. And like I don't know, like just going on Instagram Live the other day, like maybe more of us can just talk about hip hop or just build a little bit of a community. You know what I'm saying? And just bounce off each other, because it's pretty fun. Like even though I've only collaborated a couple times now, like I don't know, there's just like something about it. Like those videos are just so fun to make, dude. And it's just like, you just gotta learn from each other and just keep building up and up and up. And it's just it's a fun journey, dude. Like
it's a grind. It's definitely a grind. It's a process, but it's fun. The journey is the best part. It's like watching the growth.
Yeah, I mean, your growth's been insane. Your most popular videos are usually the Juice ones from the Juice comm.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not like the most knowledge when it comes to that. But I know a lot of people are knowledge when it comes to like juice leaks.
Yeah.
So I am curious to know, in this day and age, early September of 2022, what juice leaks are you rocking with?
Damn, I guess I've been listening to. Hold up, let me just look at my phone. I'm being honest. Yeah.
And if you want to mention your favorite like release song up there, do you have any couple ones that.
Well, I mean, release, bro. They just dropped Juice WRLD Did. You see that? Yeah, dude. That song's fire. That's literally that was one of my favorite songs. So I think that's one of the best released now.
I never heard the leak to that one. I just heard like the chorus on it, but I never heard the full song. Like I had like a phase of like in like 2020 where like I had listened to leaks for like the first time, and then kind of over time I kind of every once in a while I dabbled back into it, but I've never been like too hardcore in it. You know, like, when I saw like Pills in the Regal was leaked, I was on that shit. I was like, absolutely. But like when there's like group buys and stuff going on like every day, I'd be like. Or if I knew a snippet to a song, you know, I'll check it out. Yeah. Like, I wasn't like discovering too many new things, and then I've been trying to get back into it recently.
I definitely don't think I would still be in it as heavily as I am if like I wasn't just
for the videos.
Yeah, like I would say right now though, No Laces. That's probably my favorite.
Is that like a brand new?
Yeah, like I would say like a month or two ago.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite though.
I feel like my picks are probably like basic as fuck, but I gotta go with Hype Juice. I think KTM Drip is.
Yeah, no, that's fire.
I think the world needs to hear that one.
Yeah, I mean that
song's insane.
DT said that might still be on the album, but it'll have like Travis Scott on it though.
All right, hot take, Travis, get off that song. I'm sorry.
It's so fire.
I mean, as long as I keep all of Juice's stuff on there, but
yeah, I don't know how they.
I would rather have it solo, but
if
it drops it, you know, I'll be happy. Another one fan favorite, Rental. That's gotta be
Rental's fire. Yeah,
produced by Seezyn, obviously. That song is insane. So hopefully that's able to drop and can get cleared or whatever. But yeah, off the top of my head, those are probably my favorites. And dude's got a few thousand songs in the vault. Like I definitely got to get into more Juice leaks in the future.
Wait till after the album, maybe see what doesn't drop, and then get into them.
Yeah, I mean, even like when Legend Never Die came out, and everyone was like freaking out, like, oh my god, it's all leaks. I heard like 3 of those songs, so I personally love Legend Never Die. That's my second favorite Juice album, to be honest.
I like it too. Because it's to the point now where it's been out long enough that if I was gonna listen to those songs like leaked, I would just go to the album now. So I appreciate the album. It was just annoying at the time because you had people like Bibby and stuff that were like literally just saying like there's no leaks on the album. Like they were just said no leaks on the album, and then you get the album that's all leaks. Like that was the annoying part about it.
Yeah, I can see to like someone that listens to leaks like hardcore, and then like the album drops and it's all leaks, but at the same time, at least the music did drop, so you gotta be grateful to it. I don't like when people get like too mad at them or be like freak out about it. Like,
I don't care anymore. Like they drop.
That's how I am.
Yeah, like I don't care. During that time, it was so different. Like during that time, it literally felt like the Juice comm was like hated grade A. Like it still does feel like that, but
it felt like a war.
It was like they absolutely hated.
And I was just like a little third party. I was just like watching that go down. I was just I heard a few of these songs. I don't care. I thought the album was beautiful, dude. People were like making fun of like all the mixing and like the violins on it. I think that shit sounds beautiful. All the skits on there. I think the album's perfect. That's why it's my second favorite one. My first favorite Juice album being Death Race for Love, which that's your favorite as well. Yeah. I don't know if that will ever be topped, but like that's my favorite album of all time. But like,
really, I
would gotta be.
Yeah, that
2019, that was carefree. I was just living life. Like I don't know, that's just not gonna be top. Like it's kind of funny because like that's a long album as well, and it's like I kind of complain about some albums being like too long nowadays. Like even though that's my favorite album of all time, like I gotta admit, like there's probably some like filler on Death Race for Love. Like it didn't need to be like that long. Yeah. But it's like even like the filler songs are like I still listen to them like
so good.
On like the second half of the album, it's like this dude don't miss. Like he's just in his bag, and then he's like kind of experimenting, and like some of the sounds are crazy on the album, and it's just like And he did it like also like only none of the features were like it was like Clever and like Brent Faiyaz and Thug, and like they barely were even like part of the album. It was just like bro just locked in and just made the greatest album of all time in like a week or whatever it was.
I think that if you would have been able to do Outsiders, that would have been a great transition album.
I think the sound that he was going for, whatever we were gonna get, whether
heroin
music, this new genre, whatever he was trying to make with Outsiders, I think could have been better than Death Race, and I mean probably would have been. Like I would have been like if that actually came out like how it was supposed to be planned. Or whether it was like a Young Thug collab tape, like Slime World, like whatever it was, like whatever project we were gonna get next was probably gonna be his best, and but I mean, shit happens, and like the change, it's like his career changed so much after he passed, and I think that they did a good job like with Legends Never Die posthumous release. I do feel like Fighting Demons is a little overhated. I think that's good, but I feel like they kind of tried to recreate Legends Never Die in a way. Like I feel like that album almost sounds like if someone like me made like a concept track list. You know what I'm saying? Like
before the album dropped, just you go to SoundCloud and search Juice WRLD leaks, and then
I mean, same thing with Fighting Demons. I only knew like a couple
that's
of those leaks.
Fighting Demons. Oh yeah.
So.
I think, in my opinion, Fighting Demons, I really don't like that album. I like songs on the album, but as an album, that it just feels like it got like that album feels like they were just dragging on, like Juice being sad, like dropping sad songs.
Yeah, I agree because, you know, now you get a second posthumous album, and I get like that's what sells, and that's what 75% of his music was sometimes like darker music or more relatable like that. And so I get it, and you know there was a few hype songs on there, like different shit, like Burn was a crazy song on there, and like there's some other stuff on there. Yeah, like they made some dope stuff happen on the album. But I think like an album as a whole, they didn't need to add on Rich and Blind and Legends.
Yeah, that shit was
come on,
so
dude.
dumb.
That's just like a little cheesy. You know what I'm saying?
There's a group chat that we're in with Bibby, and he literally was like. He was like, I can never find Legends and Rich and Blind.
I remember that.
Yeah, and he was like,
bro, I go to singles on Apple Music. I scroll down. It's
dude,
like
you
like
just search Legends, and Juice is the first thing to come up.
Those each have 200, 300 million streams.
Yeah.
He just wanted it to get to a billion streams.
He wanted to
go to platinum.
Fighting Demons, yeah.
Which I get, but I mean, it's just kind of dumb. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I still think Fighting Demons is a little overhated. It has a lot of great songs on it. It was kind of a weird time with the documentary and it dropping in December.
Well, and everyone was anticipating The Party Never Ends, so you thought you were getting a hype album, and then you end up getting that.
I think, lastly, to close out this interview, I think we should talk about The Party Never Ends. It was teased in May of 2021. We had the trailer. We thought Go Hard was dropping.
Yeah.
They, were posting shit throughout the whole summer of like, we're making a Party Never Ends Discord, or like they kind of put out like the pre-save for it, and we're like, oh my god, it's like this is gonna be the next album. The album name is sick. Like that's such a good title for an album. That is so dope, dude. And like how he mentions it in like multiple songs that he's made.
And the way they ended L&D was him saying The Party Never Ends. On the last song.
So, I mean, I think the reason why they stopped with the concept was, like you said, like the documentary was gonna come out, so they kind of wanted to match it to the documentary, but I feel like they didn't really do that good enough. Like there's still songs like All Lifelong with Kid Cudi that were a beautiful outro to the documentary from the credit scene, and like why don't we have that? Why was that song not on Fighting Demons then? Like, I feel like if it was a soundtrack to the documentary, it would have matched a little bit better.
If Fighting Demons literally just would have been the songs in the doc, I guarantee nobody would hate on it. Like I actually don't think so.
Yeah, I think the album could have been executed a little bit perfectly, but I think what we're moving into now could be his best work, and I feel like there's only gonna be like 1 or 2 albums left, whether that's like The Party Never Ends and being like what Max Lord and Rex and all those guys are working on. I mean, I'm absolutely with you. I know I heard you say this in some of your videos. Like I'm so on board for them to make like Juice's like dream album. Put his best songs on there, have the best mixing, like just make it perfect, dude. Because it does suck. Like we really don't need more than 1 or 2 albums before it becomes a little too much. As much as I love Juice's music, but like it has to end at some point.
That's my
stance. I think having just like 1 or 2 just banger albums to close it out, put out the best snippets the fans can have, the best unheard, like whatever Juice was making, like the heroin music type genre. Like
I think that's what Max Lord's album is gonna be.
Just close out perfectly. I think right now we're a little confused because Bibby's been teasing The Party Never Ends kind of this week again. So I don't know what's going on with that. So we don't know if it's just gonna be that Juice WRLD Dream album, if that's The Party Never Ends. Or it could be like what the label's working on, and then the Dream out like 2 final ones, which I would be okay with. Like if The Party Never Ends is just like a tape of 15 hype songs or some shit, and then the last album's just like that Dream album, the perfect. Give me that shit. Call it a day. Call it a day.
They just gotta drop.
I think that would be the perfect thing. I mean, people do forget they did drop a few songs this year, but they're obviously leaks, so people kind of forget. So I feel like that's why a lot of people with this new DJ Khaled record. I mean, even though it was a leak, but it was still a little different because it was like a mainstream song.
And it was like a hype song.
So the community's kind of revived. I'm glad they're teasing a new album, so we'll have to see what happens with The Party Never Ends, and I'm sure you're gonna keep the people up to date, keep
Yeah,
me up to date
I'm
on your channel.
DT, so I'll definitely ask him shit about it too.
You're gonna have to ask him the juicy questions, but I'm definitely excited to see what happens there, and I mean, we can wrap it up, man. Anything you gotta say? Definitely gotta promote the music. I think we should throw in a little snippet for the fans here.
That's really the only thing. Yeah.
All right,
the album. It's coming on my birthday, October 19th.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so next month.
You got the same birthday as him.
I got the same birthday.
That's awesome. Yeah, here, I'll give you the speaker.
All right, this is the song that's coming out Friday.
Text me back,
it's got 2 verses on it too. I haven't shown anybody this yet. It's fire.
You got him back on like that sad.
That's what I wanted to do. That was my goal. But honestly,
did you bring him back? Because I really did listen to him for a little bit.
Yeah, I wanted to just have the perfect like sad beat, so I could sound like this. Yeah, did you fuck with it? Yeah. This is gonna be the first song on the album, like the intro.
That's smart.
Yeah. This really like reminds me of like 2020 holiday.
Yeah. What was that? What was that tape called that had like the stakes on it? Broken Halls.
Broken Halls. Yeah.
That's so good. That's what this reminds me of.
Yeah.
Like you kind of went away from it a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, that's just like the progression, I guess. But for my album, I just want something like this. What do you think about it, though? Fire?
That's exactly what I needed. Because like I'll see the Holiday on Instagram, like I do like him as a progression as an artist, and he's put out some good songs. But like I definitely liked his first tape as well.
Yeah,
that he put out in 2020.
Yeah.
The songs are so good. I had those on repeat. And so I'm happy that you kind of brought him back to this sound. So
I think people are gonna fuck with it because of that.
Sounds great.
Yeah, I feel like that's the general.
Plus
opinion.
he's just like good. Like you give him a beat like that, like he's just gonna. The hook is great on that song.
I'm sending him. I got another beat for him, and it's like even better than that beat. It's gonna be insane.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited. When's the album drop again?
October 19th.
All right. Definitely gonna plug the channel when the music's dropping. All that.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for pulling up for the interview.
Yeah. It's been dope.
It's been dope, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
It's been dope.
That's a wrap.
Hell yeah.